This morning, Ameule-led Rivers Assembly declares seats of pro-Fubara lawmakers vacant. TCN to investigate national grid collapse. On the foreign scene, U.S. gives Israel ultimatum to boost Gaza aid. I am Ifeyemi Andrew. Peace is the path to the prosperity of a nation. Let peace reign. The news continues shortly. The Martin Amaewhule-led Rivers State House of Assembly has declared the seats of Chief of Staff to Governor Siminalayi Fubara Edison Ehie and 3 other lawmakers vacant following their absence from sittings for 152 days. The Speaker, Martin Amaewhule, made this known during their plenary on Tuesday. He said Mr. Ehie did not properly write to inform the House of his new office, and as such, his seat has been declared vacant. The House also held 3 separate votes to declare the seats of Victor Okojumbo and 2 others vacant for being absent without notification or permission in violation of the 1999 Constitution. It also said it will write to INEC to conduct elections to replace the now vacant seats within 90 days to provide representation for their people. Moving on. The leadership of the Inter-Party Advisory Council IPAC in Rivers State has disowned what they called purported members of a group planning a demonstration in the name of political parties. In a statement jointly signed by the chairman, Soso Emao Saro, the secretary, Ben Ogbobola, and the publicity secretary, Hilda Dokubo, the leadership during their General Assembly meeting dissociated all the political parties under the umbrella of IPAC from the purported protest. The statement warned genuine members of political parties in the state to avoid any unlawful groups and relate with the leadership of their various political parties. The IPAC leadership said they have also passed a vote of confidence on Governor Fubara for his determination to navigate the state through masterminded challenges and for the successful conduct of the local government elections in the state. The IPAC leaders also condemned the burning of some council secretariats. They warned those threatening some state chairmen of political parties over unfounded rumors to desist or be ready to face legitimate actions from IPAC. In another development, the paramount ruler and Nyeweli Ungwesilaro community, Eze Ejike Wali, has backed the removal of the name of the FCT minister, Nyesom Wike, from the administrative building at the Obiakpo Local Government Council. Recall that the new council chairman, Chijoke Hunwo, replaced the FCT minister's name in the building with that of late Senator Dr. Obi Wali, a prominent Ikeri leader, politician, and renowned minority rights advocate. In an interview, Eze Wali said the replacement was decided by stakeholders.
The decision to rename the administrative building in Obiakpo Secretariat to Dr. Obiwale was taken in a meeting by the stakeholders. And that decision was taken after the good people of Obiakpo repelled the attackers who came to burn down the Obiakpo, but eventually they were chased away. So we asked the chairman to rename it to Dr. Obiwale, and there's nothing bad about it, and we have no regret. We are fully in support of the chairman, because even before the election, we raised over 100 million naira for his campaign.
1 million youth for same want to use this medium to say a very big congratulations.
A group known as 1 Million Youths for SIM Fubara has congratulated members of its Board of Trustees, BOT, elected and sworn in following the October 5 local government election. The Director General and convener of the group, Lucky Onyeogu, congratulated the chairman of the BOT, Chijoke Ihunwo, on his election as the Obiakpo local government chairman. Mr. Onyeogu congratulated all the recently elected local government chairmen and 319 ward councillors in the state. He applauded the governor and the Rivers State Independent Electoral Commission for conducting a free, fair, peaceful and credible election.
1 million youth for same want to use this medium to say a very big congratulations to our grand patron, the executive governor of Rivers State, Sir Similaye Joseph Fubara, DSS ROS, for conducting the most peaceful local government election in the history of Nigeria. We want to say a very special congratulations to the Board of Trustee Chairman, Honorable Ambassador Chijoke Ihunwo, on his successful election and swearing in as Obiakpo local government chairman, and all the elected local government chairmen and 319 ward councillors in Rivers State.
He charged the newly elected chairman to ensure the delivery of good governance in their local governments and warned those threatening the state's peace to desist from their actions.
We also use this medium to call on the elected local government chairmen to toe the line of the governor by ensuring they deliver the dividends of democracy and good governance in their various local governments. We want to use this opportunity to caution and warn all those threatening the peace of Rivers State to desist from their act and embrace the peace of the government of Governor Sim Fubara. We call on our brothers and sisters to embrace peace and join hands with the executive governor of Rivers State to move Rivers State forward.
The chairman of the Oyigbo local government area, Gift Okere, has ordered the immediate removal of trucks and heavy-duty vehicles along the popular Oyigbo Expressway to allow free flow of traffic in the area. He gave the directive during an unscheduled visit to the area. The council boss also visited the flooded Umbalo Junction, where he promised to tackle the problem of flooding suffered by the people over the years. He also took a facility tour of dilapidated infrastructure at the council secretariat, where he promised to change the face of the facilities and ensure a conducive atmosphere for staff to carry out their duties effectively. He later swore in the political appointee of the council, which includes Alex Ogbonna as council secretary, Christian Azwa as chief of staff, Precious Okwa as chief protocol, Elvis Chikwem as chief press secretary, Chimaobi Iwole as CSO1, and Priska Ekere as SSA on media, among others. He urged them to be committed, diligent, accessible, and work together to serve humanity. Responding on behalf of the other appointee, the council secretary promised to put in their best. Still to come, TCN to investigate national grid collapse. Stay tuned. A magistrates court in Port Harcourt has set aside and nullified a committee constituted by the paramount ruler of Rumuokrushi town, Eze Simeon Wokoma, to investigate, probe, or take any action whatsoever against the acting chairman of Rumuokrushi Town Council, Osi Wosu. A court document cited by a correspondent showed Senior Magistrate S.S. Ibani Chuwu gave the order on Monday. The magistrate also said the constitution of the committee by the paramount ruler of Rumuokrushi town is Simeon Wokoma for purposes of investigating, probing, or taking any action whatsoever against the acting chairman of Rumuokrushi Town Council, Osi Wosu, was done in disobedience to two previous court rulings in August and September. The court also ordered that parties should maintain the status quo pending the hearing and determination of all pending applications before the court. This case was then adjourned to the 29th of October. Away from that, the director of Center for Disaster Risk Management and Development Studies, Daniel Mbe, has called for increased knowledge to curbing disasters. Professor Mbe spoke at an event to mark the 2024 International Day for Disaster Risk Reduction, organized by the University of Port Harcourt in collaboration with the National Emergency Management Agency, NEMA.
Center. So at the center, we run programs, PGD, MSc, and PhD in disaster risk management. By training people, of course, they will have capacity to deal with the issues of disaster risk management. A day like this, it's for us to do soul searching. Areas we are doing well, areas we are not doing well. What can we do going forward? And one of the things we can do going forward is to insist that government, stakeholders, find a way to weave disaster risk management in the curriculum of schools.
Delivering a keynote lecture on the role of education in protecting and empowering youth for a disaster-free future, the place of Nigeria's parliament, a former member of the House of Representatives, Onofiok Luke, said campaign against indiscriminate dumping of waste, clearing of canals and drainages will help in reducing the challenges of disaster risk. Mr. Luke also advocated for increased budgetary allocation for NEMA.
We can try to prevent flood. Can we begin to clear our canals? For the youth, can we begin to distill our gutters? Let us go on campaign. Let us have billboards. Let us use IECs, information, educative, and communication materials to speak to our people not to dump refuge in gutters. There are specific places for us to take our waste to. The Niger Delta Development Commission with some state governments have come into partnership to have some massive receptacles for refuge. Please, we have to make sure that we make use of those receptacles.
Rivers State Commissioner for Youth, Chisong Bali, and former Commissioner for Education, Chinedu Umom, also spoke.
I want to encourage and thank the organizers of this event and to say that Professor Mbe is doing well. The most important disaster now is humanitarian disaster. And so we should be channeling our research, our plan to humanitarian disaster. Fuel is 1,000 plus. It's touching all of us. And how do we mitigate it? I would like to implore the youth to brace up. And the only way is by multiple streams of income.
I'm very excited that the center is doing wonderfully well, and I want to commend the director of the center and your team for sustaining what we handed over to you some years back. You are doing wonderfully well, and this team is very apt. The center has made its mark, and I wish you well, even as you continue doing the good works of reducing disaster.
Our correspondent reports that the highlight of the event was the investiture of an institute fellowship to 21 outstanding Nigerians and the award of the disaster risk management icon to 13 experts from various walks of life. President of the Association for Environmental Impact Assessment, Ijoma Vincent Akbu, says it is possible to achieve economic growth while also protecting the environment and ensuring sustainable practices. Ms. Vincent Akbu, who is the Associate Professor of Ecotoxicology and Environmental Assessment, said this while speaking on the focus of the 8th Annual Conference of the Association.
We are looking at sustainability, we are looking at socio-economic development. So how can we do all this without harming the environment? And that's why we said, whatever you want to do, think of the environment. Yes, we'll make money out of it. And we also, how does it affect people? That's where we talk about sustainability.
On his part, the director of the Center for Gas Refining and Petrochemicals, Akuma Oji, in his keynote speech, highlighted several challenges facing environmental impact assessment.
Politics, in most cases, politics want to come in. We bring in a project and we say that this project is very important. And here you're saying you two seeking data collection and check what it is. Then we say, no, we want to start it. So it's important that we do not allow politics to overshadow the impact of that very wonderful year activity. Also, technical and methodological issues.
The highlight of the conference was the panel session enriched by diverse viewpoints shared by other speakers. They offered insight and perspectives contributing to the sub-themes of the conference. The Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, says efforts to restore the national grid, which collapsed on Monday, are ongoing and almost completed. The TCN Public Affairs General Manager, Ndidi Mba, made this known in a statement on Tuesday. She said the investigation into the cause of the incident will be carried out as soon as the grid is fully restored. The Minister of Power, Adebayo Adeabu, says there is nothing like a grid collapse but a trip-off. As you may know, the grid has collapsed at least 5 times this year. Meanwhile, the Port Harcourt Electricity Distribution Company, PHED, says power supply has been restored to areas like Elelewon, Port Harcourt Main Town, Rumusi, and Port Harcourt Town affected by the national grid collapse. The company made this known through its X handle.
And now, we'll bring you news from around the world.
The U.S. has written to Israel, giving it 30 days to boost humanitarian aid access in Gaza or risk having some U.S. military assistance cut off.
This is the news on 92.3 Nigeria Info.
On the news this morning, you heard that Martin Amaewhule-led assembly has declared the seats of pro-Fubara lawmakers vacant. TCN says it will investigate Monday's national grid collapse. On the foreign scene, U.S. has given Israel an ultimatum to boost Gaza aid. The news was edited by Choma Ezenwafo. To reach the news team, send an SMS or WhatsApp message to 0808-721-7215. My name is Ifeemi Andrew. Good morning. Thank you for your time.